How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a review. That's right, so today we're going to be talking about Series 13, Chapter 4, Village of the Angels. Now, we have 2 episodes left of this series, and then we've got the New Year's special, and we're going to dive into this right away. So, obviously, spoilers ahead, and let's get into the video. So, in this, there are a few good points and bad points which I come across, and some things what made sense, didn't make sense. So, let's get into the bad things first. So, a few of the bad things which I didn't like was the whole idea of an angel hiding in a human to start off with and it not being traceable. Now, I really didn't like that idea. It made sense that if she saw into the angel's eyes, but she didn't, and it just didn't make sense at all, this part, to me at least. Another thing which, to me, didn't really make sense is how the angel was able to use the TARDIS as quickly as she possibly could, and the whole idea to get rid of the angel out of the TARDIS was to put these 2 eyes together and close your eyes. I just don't really understand how all that worked, and it was never kind of explained, so to me it didn't make much sense. But that was really it for the bad points, in my opinion. I mean, it was a fast-paced episode, a lot was going on, and it was quite fun to watch. Like, good points, the fact that the little girl, Peggy, knew exactly what was going on towards the end of the episode, and it actually being her from the past, where she was there when the people was looking for her. The fact that her aunt and uncle, I believe it was, they got touched by the angel, and then the second time they got touched again, they died, because no one gets to touch the angel twice, basically. No one survives that. And the fact that basically Dan and Yaz are trapped in the past extraction point and the Doctor isn't. Another thing I didn't like, which I have just thought about, was the animation of the wings. It just didn't make sense when she was washing her hands or washing her face and she come up in the angel wings. It was very stupid, and the animation of the Doctor being turned into the angel once again was very stupid. But yeah, the episode was quick, it was fast paced, made sense. I mean, the Doctor, when she was scared, when she tried to turn around to run and the angel didn't follow her, the whole idea of the angel being part of the division and knowing everything about the Doctor, so the Doctor basically toying to get the information and saying, I will do what I can to get my information about my past, because that is kind of an arc. The Doctor wants to know about her past and she can't understand it, and I do like that. Another thing what I really do like about this episode is it's pushed Dan and Yaz away from the Doctor and give them time to actually be their own companions in a stronger part together and closer to the Doctor-esque role, compared to basically just being by the Doctor's side all the time and just being a smiling, nodding face. This episode was just really fun, and the amount of angels that were around, it really emphasised how bad it could be to me. And when the angels were attacking the house which they were in, and the Doctor had contact, because I like that they've brought that back and talking to them. It was just a fun episode. I also like the fact that Vinda managed to find where Belle was, and Belle saved the only character that she could, with Passenger basically taking in everyone and putting them in the prisons under the instruction of the Ravengers. It is just a fun episode which makes sense and shows the destruction that the Ravengers want to cause. So I really did enjoy this episode. I know I've just rambled on about the episode a lot, really, because there isn't too much for me to say about it other than I liked it. The episodes have progressively got better through the series, in my opinion, and it does make sense that they're following on perfectly now, and it was just episode 1 which didn't follow along perfectly, so hopefully we get a bit of a gap filler to make sense with that. But it did make sense. It does make sense watching it in order with the episodes, and I do like it. So this week's episode, I'm going to give a rating of 8 out of 10, I believe, because yes, it was fun, it was very easy to watch as well, it wasn't too complicated, and it just made sense that the Doctor was scared of the angels, and the angels were extracting from the division and decided to take the Doctor instead, especially going back to the last series where the Judoon were hunting the Doctor as well for the division, so obviously the Doctor is still wanted by the division. So why not let the angels take the Doctor in for the Division, being as they're an extraction team for the Division. That just makes sense. Like, we can either have the Weeping Angel who he's sent here to get, or we can have the Doctor who everybody's trying to get. You would just take the Doctor, especially that the Doctor escaped from the prison in the New Year special as well. You just would, and I like the continuity between the past series as well as this one series, continuing the continuity as well. So that is it for this week's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week for some more Doctor Who content.